Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's KJ Chaos, and in this video we're going to talk about some Red Dead Redemption 2 details that were announced I think a few days ago, and some that were announced this morning. This morning was just really a lot of questions and answers, which are pretty much still details that were actually that have been confirmed. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the ones that came out a few days ago. So if you guys have seen Red Dead Online, there will not be one until November. My thought behind this is because they want people to actually play their game and not jump right into straight into multiplayer. They want everybody to start play the campaign, get a feel for it, get the storyline down. Because, in their words, it's probably like, "Hey, we made this. It took us forever to make this game. You're gonna play the." They're pretty much making us play the storyline before they let us jump into multiplayer, which is what they did with GTA 5. So it'll be sometime in November whenever you actually be able to play multiplayer on Red Dead 2, which I see perfectly fine because you want to have those people that jump on multiplayer immediately and get ranked up and get all this stuff while you're sitting there playing storyline and getting down the story. So whenever you jump on that and like people just dominate you because they have everything because they didn't even play the story, they just jumped on multiplayer to get a head start at everybody. So on the questions and answers that came out today, one of them is how important is the camp mechanic? Can it be ignored or is it mandatory to do their missions, etc.? The answer to that is we couldn't see the in-game menus, and the camp itself was very secondary as the demo's focus was on other things, so I can't really answer that. All the camp's activities and jobs are optional. We can give money to our fellow gang members, craft for them, interact with them, but it's also optional. But some important missions are started from the camp itself. For example, there was a man with his hands tied and taken hostage, and a mission could only start once Arthur approached him. The Rockstar dev, however, said that there's no distinction between main and secondary missions. An example, if you bring a lot of goods for Pearson to cook, maybe he'll have a few more interactions as the story goes on. Another question that was asked was, do choices by the main character affect missions later on? If you think like The Witcher, where completing a quest a certain way will affect the next one directly, etc., then no, absolutely not. But yes, if we were talking about how the world will react to you, then yes. Because exploring the missionary before the mission starts will grant you more opportunities to complete said mission and so on. The next question is, how relevant is the RPG part? They said they haven't shown us anything about how you manage your character, and we don't know if there will be skills like in Far Cry. We only had 3 stats and our endurance, health, and Deadeye. The next question is, can we play Arthur's story with friends or online counterpart in another separate thing? No, you cannot. The online counterpart is another whole thing. They don't want to mix the two experiences. They want to make the best free roaming open world single player game than a very different or very profitable online mode. The next question is, are the characters' movement better or the walking controls are still uncomfortable? Arthur seemed very heavy while walking. It'll take some time to get used to given how cumbersome the movements feel. It's nowhere near as good as Gears of War or Max Payne. We don't know if this heaviness is intentional or not. The next question is, can we actually have sex in the game? Answer is, you can rent a room in hotels. There you can rest, eat, shower, and so on. While showering, a prostitute can knock on your door and ask if you want special/premium services. If selected, she'll start washing you and putting your hands in certain places. But there's no full nudity for it, and we don't know if there's any implicit content in the game. A few other details that are actually picked up while they were listening are: first person is confirmed, weapons degrade over time, must be looked after. Arthur needs to eat and rest, can gain and lose weight. There is no honor system. Arthur can carry a maximum of 2 one-handed weapons and 2 long weapons. He can also pack his hunting rifle, a lasso, a throwable weapon such as well as throwing knives. All this is controlled by a weapon wheel. Dual wielding is an unlockable skill. Can ride trains, fast travel is a thing. Bonding with your horse unlocks new moves. Heavy gun and clothing customization. Clothing affects stamina intake. Legendary animals. There's horse testicles change size depending on the temperature. That's actually really weird, but it's pretty much does happen. Hair grows over time as well as facial hair. No magical beard growth. Barber works with what is there. As you guys seen in GTA 5, you could like do some weird shit. Like you could have like really short hair, and all of a sudden he like does some magic, and you have long hair. That's not a thing. He can only work with what kind of hair you guys actually have at the moment. There are 5 levels to Deadeye system. You can take photos and selfies. Don't really know how that is going to work because there's no cell phones. It's probably going to be like one of those old-timey things where it has like the big flash. It's probably how you have to do it because there's no other way you can. There was not cell phones back then. You can swim, take on bounties, and do train heists, not limited to missions. missions, as in like you don't have to do a particular mission or any mission at all to be able to rob train. There probably is a cooldown for you to actually be able to rob it. So yeah, there's probably just that. You probably just can't like leave, come back like 2 seconds later, and it's ready to be robbed again. You probably have to wait a little while. Don't tell you how long, probably at least an hour, something like that, until you can rob it again. I'm extremely happy of how much detail is actually coming into this game. I actually did not know that horses' testicles actually do shrink during the cold, because that actually is a real thing. Whenever testicles in real life get cold, they do shrink. So that is actually something that's actually really cool. They put in the game that is actually really realistic, and they just keep putting more and more things in this game that I am just so much more excited for it. The actual hair growth now, it doesn't like GTA where you actually have to, you can just like go to your barber, have really short hair and get really long hair instantly, or vice versa. Actually, you do have to have that certain link that they can actually work with for you to actually be able to do it, because if you don't, then you can't have it. You have to wait a little bit. So that's awesome too. It actually has the hair and facial growth. You have to have that to actually have what type of facial hair and thing that you want. That's actually really awesome. I'm really glad they actually had something like that. They actually also said that your character can gain and lose weight. That's another cool thing that they put in the game. I know they had a long time ago. I think San Andreas. I forgot how many further back they had like that. So actually, if you don't do anything, you actually lose weight or lose muscle. Maybe that's actually staying in this game to where actually you have to keep that up. Maybe if you get too skinny, maybe you are like sickly or something like that. I don't really know, but that's something that's really cool in the game too. Maybe it actually kind of diverts how much fast you can move. Actually being able to like pick on your weight and stuff like that. Maybe you're too heavy, you can't move that fast, but you're actually stronger. If you're lighter, you can move faster, but you're not as strong when you hit someone or something like that. So there's a lot of cool games actually said is coming into this game, and that is really awesome. I love this game even more every day that they announce something that they're putting in it, because they're putting so much detail into this game that I really cannot wait to play it and see what this game is all about. Also, like I said, you can't play online until November. They put that like that, so you have to play their game, and you don't have those people that instantly jump on multiplayer to get it. They just get up there and level and actually have so much more stuff than people that are getting done with the single player and all that. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Anyways, guys, as always, I will see you next time.